Hello everyone, I'm Brian Croy Dragon and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. Today is the day. Everyone has been busy preparing for the speech. I was told to relax, and I have used the opportunity to move into the forest and get some fresh air. If only everywhere was as peaceful as this. Miranda. I turn around to see Ophelia slowly walking toward me, a hesitant smile on her face. Ophelia? I'm sorry that I cannot be of much help during these distressing times. You have already helped me enough, Ophelia. You supported Fowler when I did not. You have to stay, you and the others. You've truly changed. Ophelia takes my hands in hers and looks at me solemnly. Promise me you'll come back to us. Ugh. I'll be praying that nothing happens today, but if it does, I beseech you to put your safety first. Ophelia, I may not be your real mother, but you have always been my daughter. Guilt floods through me. I have been cruel to her ever since she first came into our lives, and yet she still treats me so warmly. I do not deserve your kindness after all I have done to you. Emma Lagney and Rod, I am sorry. For goodness sake. Yeah. Can I please talk without the joint of my skull and neck clacking together? God. Ophelia pulls me into a hug and smooths down my hair. That's all in the past now, dear. Ugh, goodness sake. What matters now is the present. I nod and close my eyes. I missed out on so many things when I closed my heart up to everyone. I had always thought I was alone, but I was wrong. Thank you, Ophelia. Excuse me. So Outcaster's speech starts in an hour, and everyone is making last-minute preparations before we go into town. Ophelia, Emma Lagney, and Annis will stay behind us. Rod, Rumpel... Wait, this one again. Ophelia, Emma Lagney, and Annis will stay behind us. Rod and Rumpel volunteer to watch over them. Delora and Parfait left yesterday to attend a meeting with the fairies. Apparently they found someone who holds important information about Mother and her plans. Emma Lagney approaches me, her eyebrows creased. Miranda, should you see your mother there, what will you do? I haven't really thought about it yet. We are bound to face her sometime soon. I know that she is your mother, Princess, but are you emotionally ready to face her? I am taken aback by her question. Jurian? I apologize for being blunt, but we all have to consider the worst possible scenario, don't we? I need to know that the princess is ready to face her. In a battlefield, one must not hesitate. Jurian continues to look at me, waiting for my answer. I finally face her with determination. I won't face her, and I won't stop her. Chapter 9. The Queen. I stand in an alleyway with Waltz, Jurian, and Karma, making sure to stay hidden in shadow as we watch the sea of people moving toward the plaza. Garland is scouting around the plaza for night's positions, and we have been waiting here for him. There are so many people. Okay, this is very split up. Remember that we're trying to avoid needless battle. If anything should happen, fleeing is the better option. I am not a fool. I would not pick a fight that would put anyone in needless danger. I'm glad you understand. Remember, we're only here to watch and listen. We don't... let's try again. I don't want us to get into a skirmish if we can avoid it. Which... So should anything go wrong, we need you to retreat, Princess. I understand, or I would not leave you all behind. Gonna go with I would not leave you all behind. Miranda, this isn't the time to be stubborn. It is not about stubbornness. It is just that all I have ever done is run. I refuse to keep fleeing. I have people to protect, and I will not let them down. Running away isn't always cowardice. That may be, but sometimes there are situations that you need to face head on. This is one of those situations. Please understand, Walt. I just don't want you to get hurt, Miranda. I know. I look at Walt, feeling at a loss. No matter what I say, he will always insist on my safety first. Garland suddenly appears with a stiff frown. Look who I found. I turn to look at Garland and then notice the man beside him. My eyes widen at the sight of him. Fritz? Garland pushes him and Fritz stumbles forward. He falls to his knees, only a few inches away from me. You're okay. Thank goodness you're all right, Princess. I twitch at the sight of his face. There was no sign of the wicked smile that was once on his face when he was under the guise of Varg. Though he looked confused, the relief in his eyes seemed genuine. Are you truly Fritz? Or are you Varg? Or both? I'm the Fritz you've always known, Princess. Your loyal knight. I raise an eyebrow. I can still remember what happened weeks ago when the mask fell from his face and the room was a tenebrarum. In that moment I saw Fritz's face no matter what Varg said. Varg was in league with all Caster and Mythos. The man I saw back then was definitely Fritz, even if he never confirmed it. What are you doing here? Fritz flinches. I've been searching for you. Why, so you can take me back to Mythos? Or are you here to kill me? Fritz bows low, his clenched hands trembling at his sides. I will not surrender you to Sir Mythos. My loyalty has always been to the kingdom and to you. I can never hurt you, Princess. But I don't blame you for doubting me. My father... I would have stopped him if I knew. Fritz glances up at me, his expression resolute. I had just escaped yesterday when I was captured by knights. I managed to escape from them today, but only barely. I was supposed to meet the Lucis bearer yesterday. Fritz glares not at me, but through me, as if remembering something unpleasant. That was when I was able to take control of my body again, just a few days ago. I've been searching for you, but instead found some witches who seem to be in league with the Lucis bearer. I requested an audience with her as soon as possible, because I wasn't sure how long I could keep Varg at bay. At bay? Fritz explained. About Varg? No, about this audience. Princess, this could all be some elaborate ruse of his. I have a responsibility to at least hear him out. What do you want from Parfait? I have Unfortunate? What the hell? I have important information about Helder. Mother? Lady Parfait did say that her and Delora were going to meet with someone who had information on Helder. And you believe that their meeting was with this man? Karma turns to Fritz, clearly skeptical. That seems like it could be coincidence. How are we to believe you? Fritz is silent for a few moments. After some time, he speaks again, more hesitantly. I know that apologizing won't change the fact that I betrayed the princess and the kingdom. But right now, I'm doing my best to right my wrongs, when I still have control over my body. The knights are still searching for me as we speak, so I'll make this as brief as I can. Hilda is growing weaker. What? I haven't been myself for the past few weeks, but I still have portions of Varg's memories. I remember that she is bedridden, still being treated for wounds that she sustained during the Great War. And she is now sick like Parfait. That again. And she is now sick like Parfait, only Mother seems to have it worse on her. I overheard Method saying that the crystal is no longer... I overheard Method saying that the crystal no longer recognizes her as its sole bearer. Parfait said something similar, but she said she could no longer feel Mother's connection with the Cinderella. But what Fritz just said... It seems that the crystal has seen both of you as bearers, stretching its energy to both of you. This might be why Hilda hasn't regained her full powers and has remained weak. Walt stares at Fritz, eyes wide. The crystal having two bearers? I didn't think such a thing was possible. Is this why Hilda still refuses to show herself in public? Yes, the witches who used to be on her side doubt her capability to rule. None of them want to help her when she is still so weak. Methos figures that the only way to get the crystal to fully accept Helder is to drain the rest of your powers. That is why the palace has issued a higher bounty on your head. But Father is no longer interested in actively hunting for you. There's been a rift between him and Methos because of this. Roach crosses his arms, his expression thoughtful. I'm surprised Helder hasn't disposed of Allcaster yet. If he is still alive, it means that he must still play an important role in her plans. Besides the puppet? I wonder. If she has matrimonial plans. Princess expl- I don't care if it's on top of my cell phone. Fritz's expression quickly morphs into something grim as he frowns down at the ground. You're right. Walt and I exchange a look before we turn back to Fritz. Mythos plans to kill my father today. Oh, so much for matrimonial plans. Fritz's eyes are distant, his mouth pulled into a tight grimace. All I can do is stare at him, uncertain of what he has just told me. Hilda won't show herself to the public today. She and Mythos plan to kill father in front of an audience, and hope that their fear and despair will fuel the Tenebrarum. They think fueling the Tenebrarum might make Hilda stronger. They plan to use the fear of the public to achieve their own ends? This is not good. With this many people here, the Tenebrarum might indeed see that surge of power again. Even a weakened Hilda will be difficult to fight, but we stand more of a chance against her now than we do if she fuels the Tenebrarum with negativity. Please save the kingdom, Princess. Fritz looks at me imploringly. I shake my head slowly. Ugh. I am confused. You betrayed us, but then you're still helping us as well. Which side are you on? The only reason why I'm working for them in the first place is because of my curse, I swear it. Fritz tries to stand up, but his knees wobble, and suddenly he is down on the ground again, his hand clutching at his chest. Fritz? No, not yet. Fritz looks at me, his pale face covered in sweat. Not that pale. Looks the same as he always does. I have no idea how long I can suffocate Varg, so please, bind me, freeze me, bind me, freeze me, do whatever you can to help me from chasing after you. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. Fritz keels over, his forehead touching the ground. Please. Waltz. I know. Walt snaps his fingers and a rope of light appears around Fritz's wrists, pulling him down to the ground. I furrow my eyebrows at Fritz. Fritz? What did I even... Fritz? I furrow my eyebrows at Fritz, even as he cocks his head to look at me. Thank you. You don't have much time left. I plan to deliver my message to the Lucis bearer, but I leave it in your capable hands instead. Fritz, I am sorry. I would do anything to protect my charge. Now go. Jurian nods at me. Don't worry, Garland and I will keep an eye on him. Garland quickly informs us of the Knight's positions around the plaza, and gives us clues about where we might hide to avoid their prying eyes. After he has finished his briefing, Waltz, Karma, and I hurry off. Caller, please watch over us today. There were so many people here. We have no idea that the seemingly harmless speech will be the start of their nightmares. I have been fiddling with my fingers since we got here, my nerves slowly taking over me. There were so many knights. I pull down the hood of my cloak to make sure that my face is concealed from them. Walt suddenly reaches out to take my hand. He raises it to his lips. Walt looks at me with a gentle smile. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. I am not worried about myself. I am more worried about the people's safety, as well as our friends. I will not forgive myself if something bad happens to him. You're not the one responsible for protecting everyone here. Burden is going to. Remember that I will always share your burden, Miranda. Yeah, what the heck, I'm feeling in a Han Solo-ish mood. I look up at him and smile. Thank you. I've told you so many times that I would do anything for you, Miranda. I feel the same way. Walt wraps his arms around my waist and draws me closer to him. Waltz? Waltz takes my hand and lands a kiss on my fingers. You worry too much, Princess. How I wish I could share your optimism. And this casualness. How does he manage to act like this in front of so many people? And at so dire a time? The king is here! A woman announces the king's presence, and Walt and I immediately turn our attention to the stage. He takes a step away from me, arms at his side, expression suddenly stoic. Lancaster walks to the center of the platform with a triumphant smile. Good day, my loyal subjects. Everyone goes silent at the sound of his voice. I know that much has happened in our kingdom since the late King Gennaro passed away. We are still exerting our efforts to find the king's murderer, his very own daughter. Rest assured that justice shall find this criminal, even if she is our own princess. Anyone who is able to surrender her to the palace will be rewarded handsomely. Members of the crowd begin to chatter amongst each other. It hurts that people believe him, but I cannot say I blame them. As your king, I will do everything in my power to make sure that the kingdom flourishes under my rule. My, what a sight. Even after all these years, you humans never change. That voice! I frantically look around for her, but lo, her voice echoes around us. She is nowhere to be seen. Where is she hiding? The crowd grows restless at the sound of her voice. Many try to search for her with their eyes. You lot are nothing but manipulative, lying rodents. And yet you call us witches, the wicked ones. A bright light fades into existence right beside Alcaster. A silhouette emerges from the light, and suddenly I can see her in all of her wicked glory. My mother, the witch who killed my father, Mithra stands almost to the side. Mithra stands behind her. She is here. Her sudden appearance causes the already restless crowd to break into a panic. Silence! One word from her and the crowd falls into silence. Not a single person dares to move. Their eyes now glued to the witch in front of them. Lancaster acts more quickly than I expected, drawing his sword from its sheath and pointing it at her neck. You! What are you doing here? You should be thankful that I let you play king for so long, but I am afraid playtime is over. That crown belongs to me. Mother faces the crowd with a smile and spreads her arms in a gesture of grandness. Danielle, your queen is back. Mother is even paler than when I last saw her, making the dark circle stand out even more beneath her eyes. Again, how can you tell? There's no paleness being shown. She looks even worse than Parfait. I won't let you steal my crown, witch. Oh, but I was not the one who stole it in the first place. Lancaster grits his teeth and charges towards Mother. Mithra deftly steps in front of her and casts a shield. Lancaster slams his sword into an invisible wall. Then, with a wave of Method's hand, all casters suddenly thrown back. Once again, the crowd becomes restless. I've tolerated you for far too long, human. But right now you are inconsequential. Sparkling icicle darts appear in mid-air as Muller raises her hands. They point outward, casting themselves in the direction of the townspeople. She used the spell before, but now there are even more of them. She looks weak, yet she can still manage this much. She can easily destroy this part of town with that spell. I stare at Waltz, eyes wide. That's all I can. I stare at Waltz, eyes wide, then lower my voice into a panicked whisper. I thought she was planning to kill Allcaster. Seems like the plans have changed. Farewell, my disloyal subjects. I cannot let her do this. Miranda! I ignore Waltz and quickly run to the center of the crowd, knowing this will be the most effective place to set up a barrier. A strong gust of wind causes my head to come off. I stretch out my arms as I concentrate on casting a shield around the entirety of my... I stretch out my arms as I concentrate on casting a shield around the entirety of the crowd. Isn't that the princess? Witch! I do my best to shut out everyone's voices as I push all of my energy toward the palms of my hands, imagining an impenetrable glass arching in front of us. As soon as I have cast a massive shield, the icicles shatter upon impact, falling away. I wince at the impact but force myself to stand... I wince at the impact but force myself to stand steady even when I am pushed back. I will not let you hurt anyone anymore, Mother. The crowd begins to murmur all around us. Ah, so you finally showed up, little one. It is good to see you again, my dear daughter. I knew I'd see some sort of reaction if I opened my speech like this. Still has to draw me out? Now be a good girl and hand over what is rightfully mine. You won't get away with this, witch! Allcaster is once again back on his feet, his sword poised and ready to strike. He cannot defeat Muller with a mere sword. Muller looks at Allcaster. A wide grin slowly parts her lips. But I already have. Muller flicks her hand and a silver light begins to gather in her palm. I recognize that spell. As much as I hate Allcaster for what he has done to this kingdom, I cannot just stand idly by as she summons a spell to kill him. I push myself forward, rushing toward Allcaster. Allcaster, run! But I am too late. A second later, a sort of light appears in appearance Allcaster right through his chest. No! This time the crowd finally begins to disperse. People begin to push past each other, screaming and crying. Most of them are almost on the edges of the plaza before Muller casts another spell, creating a barrier to lock everyone inside. A strange wave of energy pulsates through my body, making me stumble. That's right, feed me your fear. The people's negative energy is fueling the tin of barrel. My eyes shift toward Muller, whose grin is ranged, inhumanly wide. A shiver runs down toward my spine. Let's try that again. My eyes shift toward Muller, whose grin is deranged and humanly wide. A shiver runs down my spine. Muller, stop this madness! In my moment of hesitation, Waltz rushes forward to cast a spell. Purple spikes run toward Muller, but she does nothing to stop him. Mythos effortlessly stands in front of her, casting a shield. The force of Waltz's spell sends him stumbling back. I hear his shield crack. Melfors tries to keep it up, but ends up succumbing to the force of Vox's spell. Eventually, the glass shatters and the spikes force their way through. One of them impales Melfors through the chest. Urgh! Miller glances at Vox, her lips curled into a pleased smile. Impressive. You can still use your magic, even after having been separated from it for so long. I expected no less from my superior apprentice. Mother turns to Mythos and raises her eyebrows slowly. You are still a disappointment, Myth. My queen! These are the last words he can manage before he stops speaking. Father! Fritz's voice echoes through the suddenly silent plaza. He rushes toward Alcastle, who has managed to walk a good distance away from Muller before he collapses to the ground. Soon Fritz is kneeling right beside Alcastle's bloody body. Jurian and Gordon are right behind him. I am about to walk over to them, but Carmen holds my arm and pulls me back. Don't. But you do not want to set your eyes on such a grisly sight up close, Princess. Muller watches Fritz and the two knights approach with disinterest. This is his fate for trying to steal what is rightfully mine. Oldcastle brings his hand to his mouth and coughs. I can see blood on his hands. Father's last moments flash through my head, but I roll the memory away as Mother turns her gaze on me. Mother surveys me with a warm smile. She holds out her hand and beckons me over. Join me, Miranda. We were meant to rule this kingdom hand in hand from the start. These humans do not deserve your protection. They deserve to suffer after everything they've done to our kind. I shake my head. I'd rather die than join you. What? Ungrateful brat? This is how you repay everything I've done for you? You have done nothing for me. Very well, if you wish for death, I shall give it to you. Once I'm done with you, I will destroy this kingdom and start anew. It will be a kingdom full of witches and I will not let you do that. Muller is taken by surprise when another purple spike suddenly pushes through the ground towards her. She steps back, avoiding the brunt of the attack, but her arm is still grazed. Blood oozes from a newly opened gash. Waltz! You'll have to get through me first. You can't stop me, traitor. Muller extends her hands, and in mere moments lightning has suddenly appeared and is warding its way up Waltz's body. Well, this looks like a good point to stop. Nice cliffhanger. I'm Brian Croydragon signing out. Stay Shrey.